wish you just told me. Hi, welcome to Delicate Dark Girl. Today's been a lot of twists and turns. I'm pumping right now. That's the noise you're hearing, if you can hear that. I wanted to quickly, briefly, before I get into today's look. You already know, it's in the title. I don't know why I always act like you don't know what this is. We're doing classic beauty today in the series of 12 beauties, where I have explained in other beauties what it is basically I take these looks and I add elements of my own to create the look. If you have sensitive skin like me, eczema prone skin, I'm not sure about. I know I have eczema, but what I'm saying is I'm not sure about this for eczema prone skin, but generally sensitive skin or sensitive eyes, do you wear contacts, anything of that nature. I find these two face washes to be among the most sensitive friendly that I have used in a long time. That's why I keep getting them. Yeah, there's Bioma and Versed. And this is the purest antioxidant cleanser with superfruit complex aloe leaf juice. This is a 6 fluid ounce or 177 milliliters. And the Bioma is a creamy jelly cleanser, the triceramide complex licorice root green tea. This one. So yeah, these are both. Today I used this one. So I just wanted to say that in case you guys are in a sensitive field and looking for a face wash that feels mild but also still cleansing. It also, neither one of them feels like they fully dry out your skin like some cleansers might. So yeah, and I'm totally into ceramides. I have a whole video about that coming soon. Lost a bunch of footage, but we're trying to get back into it. So anyway, today is the maiden zodiac. In the Chinese zodiac is the snake. Detailed and perfectionistic, thoughtful, ruled by Mercury, kissed by full lips. I added that, and we're in soft summer. And the beauty I associated already, I told you, is classic beauty. I just thought that was perfect for Virgo. One, it's the maiden zodiac, you know. But whenever you think of classic beauty, you think of the old school women of Hollywood, these like maidens, you know what I mean? Maiden to me seems like it's in the same realm as a lady, you know, but maybe younger. Oh, that's debatable. But you know, like a maiden grows up to be a lady. You know what I'm saying? And they're these independent creatures full of like, you know, they're perfectionistic. They're usually in some sort of craft. And the classic beauty, whenever I think classic beauty, I think of like they're women of Hollywood, really. This is the picture I created. So they're ruled by Mercury. I decided to say kissed by full lips because they were ruled by Mercury and it was about communication. So anyway, of course, that to me meant a red lip, especially because it's classic beauty. I just feel like classic beauty, there's always going to be a red lip involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just something about a red lip that feels classic to me. So we're going to get into it. The hardest part about this, honestly, is going to be eyebrows. I am not putting on primer. I do have to put on a full face of foundation, though. And because we're doing maiden, we're doing simple, nude, classic makeup, we clearly have to go with the Warrior 2 palette. But right now, I'm trying to sort out the eyebrows. Now, the eyebrows, for classic beauty, as you've seen in the picture, everyone had very, like, kank eyebrows. And what I think I'm going to do is, because eyebrows are so central to your face, I think I'm going to thin them out for sure. My other thing about this is that I feel like with classic beauty makeup, the eyebrows in the 50s, you know, the eyebrows were very angular. And it reminds me of the 2016 eyebrow. And I was thinking maybe I'd emulate that eyebrow because I feel like at this point it's a classic because 2016 was a decade ago, which blows my mind as an homage to classic beauty because I think 2016 era makeup is now its own category. It's very significant kind of like, you know, you can mark a time. Anytime you can mark a time, a place in time with the thing, that's what makes it significant. And I feel like you can definitely tell when it was like 2014 to 2018, that period, those 2010s. Honestly, the whole 2010s were very much their own time, very much so like the early 2000s. So I wonder what the 2020s will be marked with. I will use what I used in 2016 to do my eyebrows, which was concealer. We're going to carve out the eyebrow in a 2016 manner. Okay. Here, and this is where we drop. And we're going to go on top. Okay. 2016 eyebrows. They look good on some people. I honestly think it's a good eyebrow sometimes. It was a little thick for some, but some people have features that are more bold than others. And the 2016 eyebrows don't overpower their face. If anything, it accentuates it. And I stick by that. So anyone out there still doing quote-unquote 2016 eyebrows, it's for a reason. Different eyebrows for different faces. Ooh, I'm blending it out before I colored them. I can't remember the order I used to do this in, but I feel like this feels right because I don't want the concealer to dry. Should I bring you in for? Oh, sorry. This is where the magic really happens. We're in the Warrior palette. We're gonna use Shawata because it is black. And we're gonna start back here, honestly. First of all, I'm gonna wet this a little bit so I can pinch it because it's a little too wide. I'm just coloring in that brown. This one, oh, I kind of messed it up. I'm gonna try to get it as close as possible though. I'm gonna open that up there. That's how you do that. Rush that front. There we go. Precision. Uh-oh. Okay. So we have our 2016 rendition eyebrows. Because it was a classic and it was a time. That's my homage. We can think of it as my homage. I mean, to the era that I'm emulating, the 1950s. Conceal a scratch on my forehead. Alright, we're not going to get lost in eyebrow land. So we're just going to do the under eye with the same concealer since we have it out. This is 60, so it's a little bright. It's bright enough. I remember in 2016 I was using so much under eye concealer, and I remember one day asking myself, are you sure you need all this concealer? I swore I had gaslit myself, honestly. Like, look at those bags under your eyes, look at them. And I'm like really thinking back, and I'm like, part of me knew I really didn't have like dark circles under my eyes or bags or whatever. It was just part of the makeup routine, I guess. I did make them brighter because that was the fashion. But honestly, I was like, girl, you ain't got no dark circles. Now I do. Now I know what dark circles are. Now I know what concealer really does, whether it really works under them eyes or not. And it's not really an age thing, because there are some people in their 20s who have dark circles. It's just, I don't know what happens to some people. But mine hit me I think it hit me for real, in my mid-30s. That's when I started being like, oh girl, this is what dark circles are. I don't be tripping about it though. I'll still go outside with no makeup on, but if I'm trying to be like, okay, let me not show up looking like, when I'm tired, I can't show up like looking like, oh girl, you look tired. First of all, don't ever say that to people. Certain people can be like, ooh, you look tired, and it doesn't feel like an attack. In general, don't just walk up to people like, you look exhausted. Like, shut up. We're doing our old favorite 1-2 with the Yodit and the Kafuru. If you guys could see the serious dip, especially in Yodit, I think I'm about to hit pan in the middle. She walks in beauty like the night, in endless clouds and starry skies, in effervescence in her eyes or something. What's that? What's that? I remember hearing it on the Cosby Show. What's that? Who's that? Lord Byron? Who's that? She walks, she walks, she walks. And it's like, Mary, please let the woman sit down. She's walking a long time. Because he couldn't remember. And then Claire could, because they were talking with their old professor. I just love the way that show was. But you can't ever say anything positive about black people on TV without someone saying, that's not real life. And I'm like, y'all don't know. Y'all talk about classism on the internet and how things are classist. It's not racist. If anything, it's classism. It's not racism. But that in itself is the racist part, right? Because you're assuming that black people are all in one class and it's the working one. When there are black people and have been black people in this country, free, whole time, with money. So that's part of racism. Not recognizing the class differences or the class distinctions among black Americans. People are very classist about the idea of the Cosby Show and these two people who were educated and their parents were educated and, you know, whatever. Alright, cute. Just a little nude 1-2 on the eyes. Nothing crazy. Now, with classic beauty, I don't want to do a wing, but I am going to do an eyeliner that cups the eye, that rounds the eye out. Just for the whole maiden aspect, we're thinking bigger, rounder eyes. So I'm just going to do a slightly thick line. To shape the eye, we're going up here. We'll thin it out as we go towards the middle, but not too much because we're trying to make it round. So we're gonna thicken it at the top. And then cut it off right where the eye cuts off. Right before. We're not gonna go all the way down. All the way to the inner corner though. Ah! Okay. Now, I kind of, because classic beauty, the whole widening of the eye, I feel like I have to put the white under the eye. So, take a little broken thing here. Oops, there's a hair in it. Get in my eyeball and cause bloody murder. Alright, so then, we're gonna go heel. This is just the Kafuru and Yodit. Just going on the outside. Really round that out. Alright. Boom. Honestly, I might use the stuff in here as the blush, so we're going to leave that open. But first, we're going to concentrate most of the mascara in the middle. Again, because we're trying to give the illusion of round. So we don't want to do too much on the ends, just the top. Ta-da! So yeah, we used white and stuff. That was a bit soft summer because I beiged it up. Soft summer is more about the muted tones. So as you can see, that's a muted cream. And this whole palette is so neutral. Sometimes I feel like it's more soft coloring. When we come to muted, I think this is a good muted, like maroon. I'm going to be mixing these two colors because they're so muted together. And I think it'll look nice on the face. Or I might do Daura and Jamala. Or Jamata? Yeah, I'll do Daura and Jamata because they're still cool toned. Zama, the one in the middle, is a little warm. But first, we need to do the skin. I'll spray a little puff. This is a dewy finish. I don't care about that. I'm just making the puff moist. I'm gonna take some. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Goodness. You don't have to go too far up under the eye. But we are going to make sure we get the side of the face. Oh, I guess you could back up though. A little goes a long way, but you can always put more. And there you go. Didn't even use all of it. But I can if I needed some more coverage somewhere. Alright. So then we have to, honestly, I would powder, but I don't want to. We're gonna use this brush. 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 Our one with the Daura Jamata. Just because you gotta have blush. A young maiden with no blush, that's crazy. But now we gotta think about placement. I'm gonna put a little more Daura than Jamata. I wanna put it here. I wanna put it here. I think that's good. And then of course, to get some of that luminescence back, we're gonna go over it slightly with a little damp brush. Boom. You ain't never gonna tell me nothing about this palette. You can do everything with that. This is a full face, one palette. Alright, now we're gonna color these dry ass lips. Don't forget the color. You have to put the color. This is the A19 pretending to be Tough Rose. Fake Tough Rose. Hold on. Is this the wrong one? Because I do need... These are supposed to be... Oh yeah, this is the right one. No. Hold on, is this the right one? Excuse me. I got the wrong one because we're in true summer. I mean soft summer. So first of all, they can't be warm. They have to be cool toned. And I think that might be the... Yeah, because it's really close to Prince Naveen, who's also warm tone. But he fit the classic beauty thing, so hold on. Alright, I just got angry because I can't find my prized possession. This version, there's 3 of them. One of them is cool toned, and it's also my favorite. I can't believe this. Where is she? My lady, where are you? Alright, whatever. We have this one. It's very warm, but we're gonna try to cool it up with Funky Melon. It's still a good lipstick. I like this lipstick the most because of the texture. This is Black Rouge. I don't hear about them anymore, and I found them on a whim on Olive Young or Yes Style. But I love them. I love the way the lipsticks feel. Honestly, they're almost done, so now to cool it up, because this is very warm, so we're gonna cool it up. Make it more summer. Although this is a little too vibrant. For soft summer, this might be too vibrant. It's supposed to be red lip, but I needed it to be a little more muted. Do I have a muted red? I like the way this looks though. Muted reds that are cool tone. Now that's something I want to look into. I actually want to look at, because I have some muted reds, I think, but they're a little warmer. Okay, this is it, guys. I like it. The lip might be my favorite part. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Classic Beauty. What do you guys think? It's good, right? See you guys next time. Who is it? Libra. Take your guess. Who's Libra gonna be? Bye.
I went through the talking.